Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Paige, here once again with another video for you guys. So before we get into this video, I just wanted to say thank you for 1,000 subs. We hit it about a day or two ago. I'm not too sure how many days ago it was. But to thank you for that, I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway. But to know more about that giveaway, make sure you stay until the end of the video. So in this video, we're going to be going through the 5 things that personally I want to see, but also I think most of you guys would want to see in Season 4 of Arrow. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and leave any comments on what you would like to see in Season 4. And also if you're new around here, make sure to join the 1,000 plus subscribers we have over at this channel and make sure to subscribe. So this is in like no particular order, I've literally just written them down, so it won't be in like number 5 is the least one of the 5 that I like and number 1 is the most one I want to see. It's just in some random order that I've put together. So at number 5 I've got more metahumans and also more heroes, I guess you could say, introduced into the show. So one thing that I did enjoy within Season 3 was actually the introduction of Ray Palmer. Now some people don't really like the character, but I really like the character as well. Now I know his role is basically gone or will be very, very, very minimal in Season 4, seeing that he's in Legends of Tomorrow. But I did like the fact that they did introduce a new hero in the Atom, who's a very big part of the comics. And also the fact that they have Season 1 of the Flash to go with, so you got that whole universe coming together. But with all these references of Coast City and even the Green Lantern references in The Flash as well, it'd be really cool if they, obviously I've mentioned this before, but it'd be really cool if they do introduce Hal Jordan into the show. Now if you don't read the comics, the Hal Jordan Green Lantern and Oliver Queen are really good friends. And they're like brothers essentially in the comic books. So if it did happen, it'd be really, really awesome, but there's been no mention of Hal Jordan at all in the previous 3 seasons of Arrow, so maybe there's a bit of, maybe they end their friendship somehow, and we might see that in the flashbacks, or maybe they just don't know each other at all, and it might be introduced within this Season 4 maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. So we did get one metahuman in Season 3 of Arrow, and it was in like towards the end, I think it's Deathbolt, I think that's what they were calling him, I think it's Deathbolt. So the fact that it did introduce that into the universe was pretty cool, because they were trying to keep it realistic without any supernatural elements, but they saw the success of the Flash. And I think they thought, well, putting metahumans into the show won't necessarily ruin that, because they're in the same universe as the Flash, and they're only a few hours, let alone under an hour away from Central City where all these metahumans are running about, so you would expect at least one of them would go over to Starling City and cause a bit of mayhem. So I'm expecting a bit more of that in Season 4. Up next is basically Felicity being fixed up a bit, if you know what I mean. Now in Season 3, Felicity's character essentially hit the fan and just exploded and went into a bit of a dark place, because she wasn't really annoying. Like Laurel was the more annoying one in Season 1 and 2, and even the beginning of Season 3, might I say. The more that Season 3 went on, the more you seem to like Laurel more than Felicity, which is a bit of a weird thought to even have. So hopefully they fix Felicity's character. Maybe something happens between her and Oliver, or involves her and Oliver at the end of Season 3 or the beginning of Season 4, obviously, which causes her to change a bit. And I don't think Oliver and Felicity will be in a relationship that much longer. Now, obviously, we might see Laurel and Oliver getting together and forming that Green Arrow, Black Canary relationship. But I don't think that will really happen. I think they tested it with both sisters, really, and I think that it's died off a bit. So I think they'll just leave that for now. Up next is developing, I'd say, probably Thea and Diggle a bit more, but Laurel is chucked in here. Now obviously Thea has now essentially become Speedy, and obviously they've hinted at Diggle, or basically given it away that Diggle's going to be wearing a costume next season. If he's going to be playing some form of character that's in the comic books, we'll have to wait and see, or just going to be wearing some form of costume just to hide his identity, we'll have to wait and see as well. But also you got to remember that Laurel did sort of have a story arc in Season 3, but they sort of just went away from it. It was really, really weird. Like, it was building up and then they just went away, and I think and then Wildcat just died and made no sense, and then she just randomly got better at fighting. So it sort of like died down a bit, her story arc, and it was a bit of one of the low points, I guess you could say, of Season 3, because they just sort of went away from it and just forgot about it. And that's sort of the same with Diggle and Thea. They were sort of forgotten about in Season 3. Like, they were still there and they were still given lines and they were in the season a lot, but overall they were still forgotten, if you know what I'm getting at. So hopefully in Season 4 we see a bit more development, mainly in Thea and Diggle, as I said before, but also a bit more in Laurel as well, because they did sort of stray away from that, and hopefully they develop her a bit more, because the Black Canary is going to be such a big part of this show in the next God knows how many seasons they have. Up next is the villains. So they basically set up the villains for Season 4, which they really haven't done, really. I don't think they did in Season 2 for Season 3, or Season 1 for Season 2, but they've set up the villains for Season 4, and the villains are really, really cool. H.I.V.E, and, well, Damien Dark isn't really known that much. He's not big in the comics either, so they're just going to try and make him big in this show. So H.I.V.E is going to be massive, and seeing that it's really connected with Diggle, it's going to be even bigger. And also there's the rumours going around that Felicity's father is actually going to be Damien Dark, and that's why they're making him such a big character in this show compared to what he is in the comics. So if they can get a character, I don't know if that actor that did get shot in the season 3 finale is actually going to be Damien Dark and they were just like messing around, or they're going to actually cast Damien Dark differently. But hopefully they choose a really, really good actor, because I think the guy that actually played Ra's al Ghul in season 3 is Australian. Yeah, he used to play, there's a sport in Australia called rugby league, and he used to play that sport. It was really weird. But now he's an actor, and he played Ra's al Ghul, and he did really, really well. He played him really, really well. And obviously, Moni Bennett, who played Slade Wilson, played him really, really well. And then we also have John something that plays Malcolm Merlyn, who did a really good job and is still doing a really good job in Arrow. So hopefully they choose a character that can really portray the villain really well. And also they've got H.I.V.E, this big corporation that's going to be probably where we're going to see a lot of these like week-to-week villains, I guess you could say. Or maybe not week-to-week, but every couple of weeks we'll see a big villain pop up that's contracted by H.I.V.E to try and take out maybe a member of the Arrow team, or maybe just go and fight them, you know what I mean? So H.I.V.E in season 4, Damien Dark in season 4, going to be pretty damn awesome. Now I did say there was only 5, but I just realised that I've forgotten one. I'm going to chuck it in. That's the flashbacks. I did mention it before with the whole Hal Jordan thing. We know that Oliver ends up in Russia, so I don't know if he's going to end up in Russia at the end of season 4. Well, they usually do that at the end of the season. He either gets like a hint of where he's going, or he actually gets transported there or wakes up there. So I don't know if he's going to end up in Russia at the end of the season, at the end of season 4, or he's actually going to get there like mid-season in the flashbacks. But obviously we know he is heading to Coast City first, so it will be interesting to see if he meets up with Hal Jordan or anything like that, and to see what Amanda Waller actually has in store for him. And maybe even if Tatsu and Masao even show up, but I don't think they'll show up at all. I think they've sort of split, and I'm pretty sure that's the last that Oliver would ever see of them. And this is the number 5, number 1 might I say, that I actually had planned before I had the flashbacks, and that is actually just seeing the Green Arrow. So in the show, the character of Oliver Queen is more like Bruce Wayne or Batman. He's not really the comic book Green Arrow, who is, you know, funny, sarcastic, but still serious and just still an awesome character to watch, or, you know, that would be awesome to see on screen. But it'll be interesting because in the comics, or not in the comics might I say, but in the Flash, you obviously see that newspaper article that does say the Green Arrow, not the Hood or the Arrow. So he is being called by the Green Arrow at that point. So I'm assuming it's pretty obvious or inevitable that we're going to see the Green Arrow in season 4 at some point. So I think it's pretty obvious at the beginning of season 4 he's not going to be the Green Arrow. It's going to take a bit. Maybe it's going to take him a bit longer. It's sort of going to be like when he got stabbed by Ra's al Ghul and it took him a couple of episodes to get healed and then back in action. It's going to be similar to that, but without the stabbing. So he's going to take a while to realise that he has to be the hero again, and he's going to come back as the Green Arrow. With a new costume, hopefully, maybe, and some new arrows, and it'd be pretty cool to see. But they have confirmed that he's not going to be wearing his old suit anyway, so we're going to be seeing that new suit, which is... cannot wait to see it. And hopefully there's some leaks. Hopefully we get some leaks and some pictures that we might see. But there have been a few concepts that people have drawn up, so you might be able to Google them or something like that, and you might be able to see what the character might actually look like. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and this giveaway is actually a $50 Amazon gift card. So this can be used worldwide. Now, essentially you can use it on comic books or anything like that, or even just movies or anything that you want to use, even Kindle if you want to use it on books. So I'll be announcing that in 2 weeks time in the video, probably another Arrow video, so make sure to be looking out for that. To be entered, all you have to do is subscribe and comment in this video. Just comment one thing that you want to see in season 4 and you cannot wait to see in season 4. It can be something I said in the video, it can be something that you've completely made up right now. So make sure to comment that and be in the chance to win that $50 Amazon gift card. And if you're, as I said at the beginning of the video, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a like, and leave any comments to be in the chance to win that. And make sure to follow me on Twitter, that link will be in the description below, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.